There are two parts on the pregnancy test. There is the control side and there's the test side. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to another exciting episode of TTC Diaries with Dr. O. You already know, and boy, am I so excited to have you guys here with me as always. Today, I have something here with me that all TTC moms are probably familiar with. If you've been trying to conceive, this is probably your best friend. You probably have like loads of this somewhere in your cupboard or something like that. But a lot of women actually don't know how to use a pregnancy testing kit the right way, or some women are actually new to this TTC game, right? You just started trying to have a baby and all that, and you probably not even gotten to the part where you do a pregnancy test. So before you get there, I'll do the honors and I'll show you the right way to use a pregnancy test kit. In another video, I'm going to be talking about common mistakes that women make when they use pregnancy testing kits. These mistakes could lead to false results, that create anxiety and all those kind of things. So you don't want to be part of those people making those mistakes. So definitely look out for that video. However, we proceed with the topic of today: how to use a pregnancy test kit the right way. First of all, the best time to take a pregnancy test is after you've missed your period. I know there are a lot of pregnancy testing kits that say, oh, it detects pregnancy before you miss your period and all that. Yeah, there are a few testing kits like that. However, there is a lot of false negative results with such kits because a lot of time people are testing too early before their period and the kit can't even detect anything, right? So how does this pregnancy kit work? Maybe if you understand how it works, then it will give you a guide on how best to use it. What it does is that it detects a hormone in your urine called the beta HCG. That's human chorionic gonadotropin hormone, right? And this is a hormone that is produced in your body during pregnancy. The hormone continues to increase as your pregnancy progresses. So for example, when you are 6 weeks pregnant, you have a certain amount of beta HCG. By the time you are 10-week pregnant, the amount of beta HCG would have increased significantly. So it keeps increasing as your pregnancy progresses. So the basis of the pregnancy test is on that hormone. The pregnancy test detects that hormone in your urine. So the first thing you want to do before you do a pregnancy test is, number one, for best results, make sure that you've missed your period. So if you're expecting your period like to come today, yesterday, whatever, is good, but don't do it like 2 weeks before you miss your period or 3 weeks before you miss your period. Like, you're not going to get the best results. If you want the best results, do it after you've missed your period. And when you're buying a pregnancy test kit, you want to make sure that you check the expiry date and make sure it's not expired, because if you buy an expired testing kit, then you're going to get inaccurate results. That's almost guaranteed. Next thing you want to do is make sure that you collect your urine in a clean container. So just take a small clean container like this. Some of the pregnancy testing kits will come with some small plastic containers for you to use, but not all of them come like that. You might need to get a clean container from your home. Just make sure that whatever container you are using, there's no detergent, there's no foreign particles, whatever. It's a clean container. For best results, it's good for you to take early morning urine sample when you're measuring a pregnancy test. That's because that one usually has the most concentrated beta HCG hormone. So this is the pregnancy testing kit I have here. So basically it's showing you the interpretation of pregnancy testing kit, which I'm going to talk about later on in this video, but you might not be able to see it now. This is what it looks like. This is a test holder where I hold it with my thumb. It has a cap, plastic cap, and this is the actual strip. Not every pregnancy test kit looks like this. There's some pregnancy test kits that are just small strips. Those ones are okay too, right? And there are also digital pregnancy test kits that look like this, but this reading area is actually digital. So when you're collecting your urine, it's always best to take the midstream of urine. Midstream means that you pee a little bit and then start collecting the urine, but don't start collecting the urine immediately you start peeing. Let's just pretend that this is my urine, very clear, because I drink a lot of water. So you take the pregnancy test kit and dip it into your urine. Make sure that the urine covers the whole of this strip, right? But don't dip it all the way where the reading area is also covered by urine. No, it's going to affect your test results. Just make sure you cover just the strip, and make sure you're using enough amount of urine. So I'm going to dip this here into my fake urine. And then I'm going to put it on a flat surface and wait for the specified amount of time on the pack. The specified recommended time to wait varies depending on the testing kit that you're using. Some testing kits will say wait 5 minutes, some will say 3 to 5 minutes, you know. Just make sure you read the instructions and follow what the instructions says. So now we're waiting for our pregnancy tests. We're going to find out, are we pregnant or are we not pregnant? I know that period when you're waiting for that result, it can be such an anxious moment, like your heart will just be racing and you're just thinking, and especially if you did it with if you're doing it with your partner and both of you are just waiting, like, God, let this be positive, let it be positive, you know. I know how it feels, right? But don't worry, very soon you're going to get 2 lines. Okay, I didn't explain to you what 2 lines means, so I jumped the gun. But very soon you're going to get a positive pregnancy test. Just keep your eyes on the prize. So while we wait for our results, I'm going to talk about how to interpret the results. So on that pregnancy testing kit, when you see 2 lines on the testing kit, 2 lines means that the test was positive and you are pregnant. Congratulations. But if you see only 1 line, then it means that you're not pregnant just yet. But not to worry, it doesn't mean you won't be pregnant the next time you try, right? The next time you test, so you never know. So 2 lines means a positive pregnancy test, 1 line means negative. Now, there are 2 parts on the pregnancy test. There is the control side and there's the test side. The control side is the first line, and that line is just telling you that, okay, the testing kit is working well. Now the test one is the one that gets dark to indicate that you are actually pregnant. So if only the control line is red or pink, then it means you are not pregnant. If both the control and the testing line are red or pink, then you are pregnant. If for any reason there is no line at all, then it means your test is invalid. Something is wrong. Either there's something wrong with the kit or something wrong with the way you did the test, or you didn't put enough urine. So you have to repeat that test. If at the same time there is no line on the C part, but there's a line on the T part, it means something is wrong with that test. Either the testing kit is bad or something just went wrong. But you must always get a line on the C part for your test to be valid. So bear that in mind. Let's check if our pregnancy test is ready. I'm sure 5 minutes must be up. So on the C part, you can't really see it, but this is the C part and this is the T part. And we have 1 line on our testing strip. So it means that we're not pregnant as of now. So this is just 1 line. So our test is fine. There's nothing wrong with our test because we got a line on the C. If there was no line at all, then our test would have been invalid. Or if I had a line on the T part without having a line on the C part, then the test would have been invalid. But I have a line on the C showing that it's negative. If there were 2 lines here, both on the C and the T, so 1 line for the C, 1 line for the T, then that would have been a positive pregnancy test. And that is what you want to see on your pregnancy test. 2 lines that shows that you've tested positive. So make sure that you follow the instructions on your pregnancy test kit. You don't test too early and you wait for the specified amount of time. If you read this test too early, you probably get false result. At the same time, if you go and read it like 3 hours later or the next day, you might get a negative result because maybe 2 lines might form or 1 line might disappear and the other one. So basically you have to read it during the specified period of time, not too early and not too late. So now this is one type of pregnancy testing kit. There's actually the other type where you don't dip the strip into the urine. What happens is that it comes with something called a dropper or a pipette. So you take your urine from the sample using the drop, you just suction it here, then you have your urine inside that drop, and then you just put the drop of urine, the required number of drops, some will say 2, some will say 3, on the test area on that strip, and you just drop it there and then leave it on a flat surface and wait to get the reading. So there are different types. There's the one that you actually dip the strip inside, and there's one that you don't dip the strip, you just put the urine in the circular area and then let it read. Sometimes you might get a faint line on the T part of the pregnancy test, right? So the C is solid red and then the T part is faint. That's also a good sign, because most times when you get a faint sign, it means that you are pregnant. It's just that the beta HCG hormones are not so much that it shows well on the pregnancy test. If you repeat that same test in another 72 hours, the T line is expected to be solid red, just like the C. So if you got 2 lines when you did your pregnancy test, like I said before, congratulations. So how did you announce your pregnancy to your spouse? For TTC moms that eventually got pregnant, let's know, how did you announce your pregnancy to your spouse and your loved ones? You know, how was it for you? Did you take the pregnancy test kit and wrap it up as a gift and present it to your spouse, or did you just do ta-da and then you just appear with the kit? Let me know, how did you break the news, so that the rest of us TTC moms can, you know, prepare ourselves and know creative ways to break the news to our partners who are also TTCing with us, right? So that's that about how to use a pregnancy testing kit. It's really simple, it's really straightforward, but as simple as it is, women make a lot of mistakes when using pregnancy testing kits. So you want to be sure that you're not making any of the mistakes I'm about to talk about in the next video, which I'm going to link down below. So check out that video here or sometime next week. I'm definitely going to link it in the description section when it's finally out, so please look out for that video. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. What are you waiting for? Subscribe already. And if you haven't joined our ozone community, what are you waiting for? That is your best support system at this time when you're trying to conceive, because you have many other moms like you trying to conceive, and everyone is rubbing minds here, talking to each other about their struggles, you know, just helping each other. And we always celebrate whenever a TTC mom gets to, you know, get pregnant, you know, get those 2 lines on pregnancy test. So please join our ozone community. We love to have you join us. Like I always say, remember that you are not alone on this journey to motherhood. Just keep your eyes on the prize and your baby will be here sooner than you think. See you next week.